And we move on to the finals. And again, we'll keep you posted on the overall team scoring as we get a few events into this one. As obviously Sumner winning the 200-yard medley relay a moment ago, your leader in the team competition at the moment. Here come the finalists. In the 200-yard freestyle, we mentioned Gwen Rowley, the top swimmer in the prelims. The sophomore from Seaholm will be in lane number 4, but the rest of the lane assignments. In lane number 1 will be Josephine Hegerberg from Squalicum. The junior posting a time of 2:04.71. Haley Rankin from Prosser will be in lane 2, a senior. Lake Washington's Jana Van Stone, don't count her out, look in lane 3 for the freshman. A good qualifying time of 2:02.15. Gwen Rowley, we mentioned, in lane 4. Another one to keep an eye on, the second best qualifier, Madeline Gilman from Bellingham. She had the second best time coming into state, the second best time in the prelims in 2:01.22. In lane 6, Gabrielle Godlewski from WF West. And then in lane 7, Annika Stoker of Tumwater, a senior in her final state championship meet, and freshman from Capital, Jada Pearson, in lane 8. 8 lengths of the pool once again here in the finals of the 200-yard freestyle. Swimmers ready. And a good clean start once again. The state record in this event set in 2010 by Skyline's Andy Taylor, 146.55. The meet record at the 2A classification set in 2007 by Amelia Masigi of 151.26. Last year's winner in the 200-yard freestyle was Madison Munger of Sumner in a time of 157.03. A good swim will get them to that point. First split, Jana Van Stone of Lake Washington, the freshman, in the lead at 27.96. The third leg coming up here, nearing the midway mark. Now the fourth. And finally pulling ahead, here's Gwendolyn Rowley just by a hair. We'll see where the touch is. The midway split, it is Gilman of Bellingham in the lead, followed by Seaholm's Gwendolyn Rowley. Just 5/100ths of a second separate those two. Jana Van Stone of Lake Washington in lane 3, in third at the moment. Hanging on tight is Gwen Rowley. Final trip down and back coming up right here. Rowley with the slightest of lead at 128.93. Just 6/100ths ahead of Gilman. Final flip turn and the go for a state championship right here. Rowley trying to expand on that lead. Gilman trying to hang in there. Van Stone fading a bit. Here's the finish. The winner, Gwen Rowley, in a time of 159.07. Gilman in lane 5, second. Nearly a second behind. In third place, Haley Rankin of Prosser in lane 2, getting the job done. Finishing fourth, Godlewski of WF West. Jana Van Stone had the fast start. She'll finish 5th in her first trip to the state championships. Tumwater's Annika Stoker, 6th. Josephine Hegerberg from Squalicum, 7th, and Jada Pearson of Capital finishes 8th. Back in Federal Way at the Weyerhaeuser King County Aquatic Center, Alex Webster along with you here at the WIAA Dairy Farmers of Washington, Les Schwab Tires, 2012 2A Girls State Swim and Dive Championships. 8 of our 12 events in the books. These are the award presentations for the 100-yard freestyle. Sarita Solis finishing in 8th place for North Kitsap. Lake Washington's Jessica McKinney in 7th place. You see the award presented to her just a moment ago. Kelly Giffey from WF West is the 6th place finisher, and here she comes. Janae Miller of Mark Morris was 5th. Annika Stoker from Tumwater was the 4th place finisher. West Valley of Yakima had the 3rd place finish. Caitlin Quamps in a time of 54.05. Coming up next will be the 200-yard freestyle relay. Big points on the line there. Taylor Wilson of Ellensburg getting 2nd place in the 100-yard freestyle. And the champion in the 100-yard freestyle in a time of 52.38, Tumwater's Abby Sullivan. So there are your medalists in the 100-yard freestyle. Let's get you up to speed on the team competition. After 8 events, all of those that we have in the book, it is Lake Washington leading the way with 129 points. Tumwater currently 2nd with 105 points. And with the relays coming up, a lot of points on the line. Ellensburg is 3rd currently with 98 points. Sumner in 4th place with 94. Squalicum in 5th place with 81. Seaholm has 72. They're in 6th place. Capital is in 7th with 69. WF West just a point behind in 8th place with 68. Mark Morris is in 9th with 58 points, and rounding out the top 10, Port Angeles is 10th with 53 points with 4 more events to go. So the Kangaroos of Lake Washington in the catbird seat, if you will, as they drive things home. And here we go to the 200-yard freestyle relay, and Tumwater, who is currently in 2nd place, posted the fastest qualifying time. They will race in the 2nd heat, but they will need those points. Lake Washington will also be in that final heat, trying to capture some points and stave off the Tumwater attack. Lake Washington qualifying with the 7th best time in that final. So Tumwater with an opportunity to play a little catch-up coming up in the next heat. In this heat, it's the consolation final. Aberdeen clocking the best time at 1:48.78. They'll be in lane 4. In lane 1 will be Pullman at the top of your screen. Sammamish will be in lane 2. Renton in lane 3. Hawkinson in lane 5. Port Townsend will be in lane 6. Sela in lane 7. And Bellingham rounding out the field in lane 8. So keep your eye on Aberdeen in the middle. Naomi Wolfenberger will lead things off, a sophomore, followed by Kayla Holt, a junior, and then Danielle Rowe, a sophomore, and then Shayna Wilson, a senior for Aberdeen. But Hawkinson should get out to a fast start. They'll be in lane number 5 as Julia Sanders, the 10-time state champion and winner already today of the 200 IM and the 100 butterfly, will have the opening leg. So Hawkinson should come out of this one with an early advantage, but the depth for Hawkinson not nearly as deep as some of the other leading teams, and so they will likely fall off a little bit there. And a clean start in the consolation heat of the 200-yard freestyle relay. After this one, it'll be the 100-yard breaststroke, and then the final individual competition. Sorry, it will be the 100-yard backstroke, followed by the 100-yard breaststroke, and then we'll cap things off with a 400-yard freestyle relay, and then the awarding of our team champions. In lane 6, with a fast lead, Port Townsend. They get in there, the transition made. 26:49 for Port Townsend. Hawkinson changing things up a little bit, maybe having Sanders swim the final leg. She did not start in this one, and they come in the 8th spot. So nearing the midway mark of the 4x50-yard freestyle, better known as the 200-yard freestyle relay. And in lane 6, it is Port Townsend that will touch in with a time of 53:93. Sammamish in lane 2 in 2nd, and Aberdeen, the early favorite, in lane 4 in 3rd place. Aberdeen starting to catch up, however. Port Townsend starting to fade. This looks like where Aberdeen's going to take over a little bit, but good challenge from Sammamish in lane 2. Touching the wall first, Aberdeen at 1:21.59 with the final exchange here. Port Townsend second in lane 6 at 1:21.97. Sammamish in lane 2 in third. Here is the final stretch. Sammamish in lane 2. Aberdeen in lane 4. This is going to be a battle. 5 teams competing for it. Who's going to reach to the wall in time? Hawkinson, the winner, 1:47.62. Julia Sanders, I believe, swimming that final leg, able to close the gap. My goodness, Hawkinson, the winner at 1:47.62. Port Townsend second at 1:48.21. Sammamish third, 1:48.45. But the top 5 finishers all within 1 second of each other. What a finish in that consolation heat in the 200-yard freestyle relay. And now the final of this relay, and we can only hope for a competition as tight as that one here. But Tumwater would like to blow the doors off as they are trying to catch up to Lake Washington in the team standings. Tumwater, the leading qualifier, as you see the march of competitors here to the starting block. Tumwater, the fastest qualifying time of 1:41.77. They'll do battle with defending champion Sumner in this relay race. Sumner winning it last year, but they were the 3rd overall qualifier. They'll be in lane 3. Capital, the 2nd fastest qualifier, will be in lane number 5. The rest of the lineup, Squalicum will be in lane number 1. Lake Washington, who's currently leading the 2A championship team competition, will be in lane 2, trying to pick up some points as well to try and hold off Tumwater. Sumner, we mentioned, in lane 3. Tumwater also in lane 4. Capital in 5. Mark Morris will battle in lane 6. Seaholm will be in lane 7. And Fife in lane 8. We're likely going to have ourselves a new champion this year, as Seaholm, the defending champion, not presently in the thick of things for the team title, but they are in the competition in lane 7 here. So a lot on the line. Tumwater needing the points here. Would like to put some points on the board to close the gap with Lake Washington. Lake Washington in lane 2 trying to maintain their advantage. Annika Stoker swimming the leadoff leg for Tumwater here. They've got a good team with Alex Cummings, Lorraine Hack, and then Abby Sullivan, the winner in the 100-yard freestyle just a little while ago, swimming the anchor leg. So Tumwater will be a formidable team. And they have the early lead on this opening leg, as Stoker will bring it to the wall. Hand it off to Cummings, who hits the water first. A split time of 25:11 for Tumwater. Mark Morris in second, and Sumner in third. Cummings with the narrow advantage for Tumwater. 4 teams nearly neck and neck as they approach the midway mark. Tumwater in first at 51:49. Capital right next to him at 51:96. And third right now, it's Mark Morris in lane 6. The anchor legs for Tumwater will be swum by Abby Sullivan. For Capital, Hansine Willoughby. For Sumner, Madison Munger. These are all top flight swimmers. For Seaholm, it would be Gwendolyn Rowley. And at the wall, Tumwater getting in there with the best time on the split. Second place, Mark Morris. Capital in third. Final stretch here, and Tumwater looks like they've got the lead, the advantage, and is going to finish strong here. Tumwater will win it. Battle for second coming up. And it goes to Mark Morris. Capital is third. Sumner is fourth. Fifth goes to Seaholm. Sixth to Lake Washington. 7 to Squalicum. And Fife will round out the field, finishing 8th. But congratulations to Tumwater as they capture this one in 1:40.61, pulling away